Did it work? It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The 1st of the 7th. July. Already. 2020. And that can mean one thing and one thing only. That it's time for today's The Quiz. With me, 'tis your host, Edward C. Lewis. Of course, joined, as always, I got the direction right that time, by WNL. He's frozen, even though it was working before.
Frozen?
Well, no, you're still there. We can hear you. But it's weird because he sort of, there's just like an image. Even though it was working before.
We made the fatal mistake. We made the fatal mistake of saying that everything was working.
Yeah. Skype.
There.
Did I say WHL? I meant WNL. Did I say WHL? Hello, Osric.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm turning into the hockey league of somewhere. Yeah.
The Wisconsin Hockey League.
Oh, why not?
Max Flashheart. Hello. Osric 42. Hello. Alien. Hello. Sticks to 42. Zookeeper's Girl. Edelweiss. Sarah Raw. Jack Little. All of the best ones are here as usual. Without fail. It's unbelievable. Sorry I'm late. You're 1 minute late, Jack Little, and it's not acceptable. It is not acceptable. I was watching What's That Name for the 1,000th time. 100th time. I don't know. What do I know what that is? What's that name? That maybe I should know that. Tell me if I should know that. It's impossible. What I found in life is that one, you'll get hair in your face, and because of the hairdresser that did your hair needs to
be careful. I'll wield those scissors again soon. Yeah.
So, no. Just one thing is that you'll get hair in your face, and another thing is that you can't know everything. And that sounds as a bold thing to say in the modern 2020, where everyone is expected to know everything at all times. It's a bold thing. You know what? We're not. Nobody's perfect as well. Did you know that? Nobody's perfect.
Yes, it's what we do with the knowledge we have.
Well,
I think that's important.
You wouldn't believe it if you were on social media. You would think you're expected to know absolutely everything.
Which is one of the reasons probably why I refrain from indulging.
Cool. Good for you. And
keeps my blood pressure down.
Yeah. Well. And you do read it every day, don't you? Your blood pressure.
Yes.
How's it today?
It's scintillating reading. Yeah. It's okay today. Sort of in the 120s. 80 thing. It's systolic, diastolic, perfectly good today.
Good. That's nice to hear. So how is everybody anyway? Are you all having a nice? Did you have a nice morning? Are you looking forward to the rest of the day? Is there anything exceptional happening other than, of course, this wonderful quiz, which today is all about?
Today, it's all about, well, I've entitled it Fly Away. It's about flying and flying things.
Ooh. Okay. Well, that's relevant because we got a little treat at the end sent in. I think it's by Durgel. I've got to go double check that. On again, and a submission for Nature Watch, some photographs that they have taken. And I will be showing those at the end as well, of flying things. Slightly different to our usual flying things, more terrifying and
terrifying,
deadly,
yes.
Terrifying. Mm-hmm. It's a bit outside, it's a bit muggy. 3 meetings so far, hoping no more. I have back-to-back meetings from 12:30 today, so I hope you don't mind if we're being a little bit on time today. We're doing
I'll put the blinkers on, okay? Try to keep it...
This is correct. No. Just, I'll keep the pace. And you...
you provide the answers, I'll provide the questions.
Yeah, something like that. And also, I'll be the one to push you. You carry on being you. It's the entire word is at the fly.
Thank you.
Lots of Jeff Goldblum questions. Avian. Right, I mean, look... We are again being prompt today. Stay on target. I don't know if I can. You have some photos from a raptor and owl sanctuary. Got some good old ones of bald eagles. Well, send them in. We love ourselves some things to show at the end. It's the last 2 minutes where we just take a moment to remember that there's more to life than our human restrictions and brains seem to think. And that, ladies and gentle friends, is the real deep stuff right there. That's why you come here, for the philosophical discussions and for the quiz. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. The most profound stuff, yeah. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I feel like we're rushing, and I feel bad about that. But like I said, meetings. Sorry, it's got to be done.
Don't worry, I'll slow us down as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's all about flying away, or things that fly and flying. And obviously, of course, we have rules. It is that I will look at the chat stream and you won't. I'll take their first three answers. If we have consensus out of that, that's their answer. If not, then it'll be the first of the three answers that provides their answer. Okay, then I'll ask you for your go, and we'll see how the scores go. You won quiz before last. You lost yesterday.
I lost quite tremendously yesterday, but it was a good one. I have to say, you've had some good feedback from the quiz. Also, Jean Bello, if you're here, apparently the thumbnail left over last night from the pause screen apparently was the picture of Ben. Was it Ben? I think it was Ben. Your son's photograph.
The photograph of the beautiful rose.
Yeah. And so apparently, so if anyone was to stumble across the live stream, which nobody of course would be, but you can say that it was left up there for 24 hours. There you go. Is this Wild West Wednesday? It was Wild West yesterday, I'm afraid.
Wild West Tuesday, yeah. It should have been on a Wednesday for the total alliterative effect. But today we're flying away.
Okay, let's fly away from the chat. That was bad.
Okay.
That was bad. Okay.
Turn them off. Hit the necessary button, and here we go.
Goodbye.
Okay. Question number one.
Yes.
Number one. I'd like to know, who is Liverpool's airport at Speke named for? Who is Liverpool's airport at Speke named for?
Speke.
Speke, yes.
For those Googling it. Which, of course...
No Googling. I must remind you that it has to be entirely within your head. Otherwise, victory is not sweet at all. It sours very quickly. And for those, I have their answer.
For those who've just turned up, what's today's theme again?
It's all about flying away. Flying things and flying.
Very nice.
So we have that tenuous connection. We're flying. We're going out of the airport at Speke. I have theirs.
I think...
What's it named for?
It's Ringo Starr. No, I'm joking. It's John Lennon.
A few of them joked about Ringo Starr as well, but
really?
yeah,
both
they and you have got it correct. Okay, it is John Lennon. John Lennon Airport.
Starr.
Flown out several times from there. Quite a good little airport to fly out of.
Yeah.
Easily accessible and of a nice size.
How are the facilities now that we're giving reviews on airports?
Well, they were okay, but again, you see, I'm a technophobe. Right. So I had booked a car into a car park, and when I arrived there, I went around and around and around until eventually they stopped me by, through some loudspeaker and said, "You're already booked in. We've read your license number about 25 times. Will you just go through the gate?" It's quite embarrassing.
Oh.
Didn't miss the plane, but yeah.
No, that's good. So, that's the most important thing. Okay.
Question number two. It's 1 point apiece after the first question. Question number two, listen carefully. Die Fledermaus is an operetta by Johann Strauss that was first performed back in 1874. Which animal does Die Fledermaus translate into in English? Die Fledermaus, operetta by Johann Strauss, first performed back in 1874. Translate into English, please. I have their answer. Die Fledermaus.
Flying mouse.
Flying mouse is a literal translation, and
yes, I know.
Would you like to go slightly further?
I know. The flying mouse. Rat. Pigeon. No, dove. Let's go for dove.
You're going for a dove after a flying mouse.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, wait. Stop.
Stop.
Is it a robin?
Fledermaus.
Fledermaus. No, I don't know this answer clearly. Let's go for a...
It actually does translate, I think, Flittermaus.
Okay. Okay.
But what is a Flittermaus, as it were, in German?
I don't know. A bird. One of the birds. A great tit.
It could be one of the birds, or it could be the only flying mammal, the bat.
It's the bat.
It's the bat, die Fledermaus.
Oh, yeah. Is that German for bat? Fledermaus.
Yeah, Fledermaus.
That's weird.
Well, the
did they get it right? How did they get it right?
Yeah, they forced into the lead 2-1.
I'm very suspicious.
Sometimes there are several names for the actual operetta, but Die Fledermaus, it is the bat.
Okay, I am. Consider me educated.
You're educated.
Die Fledermaus.
I'll consider Die Fledermaus. I consider you educated.
Thank you.
Sehr gut. Yeah, okay. Drei. Question number 3. Here we go. How many functional wings does a common housefly have? We're not counting their halteres, which aid stability in flight. I want to know how many functional wings does a common housefly have? That's question number 3. I have their answer.
2?
2 is absolutely correct. And the chatters jumped in very quickly. They're counting those little stubby, like halter things that evolved into 2 stubby little things. They're not functional wings. So they went for 4. So it's back to a draw.
Back to a draw. Although the confetti canyon once again is sealed, and there will be no.
Remains sealed. The covering has not been reached.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. It's on to question number 4. Now, question number 4 is a bit of a multiple guess. I'll give you the correct answer and a couple of wrong ones. You decide which is which, and put the right one down if you want the point. Okay. A vulture, a goose, or a crane? Which has recorded the highest flying altitude ever for a bird? Approximately 37,100 feet.
Wow.
Or around 11,300 meters. New school. A vulture, a goose, or a crane? The highest flying altitude ever for a bird. Come on, my guessers. Let's have a go.
If it's a goose...
I have their answer.
If it's a goose, I will feel like a silly goose. I'm going to go for goose.
You're going to go for goose?
Yeah.
I can tell you the chatters went for goose as well.
Yeah.
And geese have flown very high, somewhere up around, I think, one recorded at about 33,000 feet. But it is actually the vulture. Ruppel's vulture, yes, up there, cruising along about the height of a cruising commercial airliner.
So yeah. My gut told me vulture, but I ignored it.
You ignored it.
And that's what happens when you ignore your gut feelings.
Yes. Well, the scores remain 2 apiece because you both went for the goose. Okay. I just say crane wasn't very far behind. I think a crane has been spotted up at least 28,000 feet. I mean, we're talking up there. I don't know why. Certainly with a vulture, the higher they get up, their eyesight is better from a distance up. Not that they would want to dive immediately and try to go for a rat on the ground or something or other from that high.
Can you imagine? The thrill, the buzz, as you zoom through the air.
As you black out on the way down, or at least a human would, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 2 points apiece. We're on to question number 5. Question number 5 is true or false.
By the way, for those...
Read out the statement.
Yeah, sorry. Just for those who've turned up and didn't see the intro, I've got a meeting at past, and my dad's being very wonderful and powering through as fast as he can.
We're making sure we get there.
Sorry if this is a little more quicker. Usually we start about now, and we're halfway through the quiz. So
we meander a while first, don't we? And then eventually we realize, there's the path.
And then we spend about 20 minutes looking at random objects along the path, going, oh, look at that stone. Isn't that stone nice? Oh, no, I don't like the stone. Just rambling.
We'll have very few segues into additional information today. Tangents off are going to be restricted.
And if you want a tangential one, I would recommend watching yesterday's, because that was an information-packed quiz of which
all
I
about
remember.
The wild, wild west.
It was great. I remember very little of the answers.
We'll repeat it again tomorrow, so Chatters, you can beat him again.
Yeah, I would.
Solidly. I think it was 9-5 yesterday. It was a solid victory for them.
Greasy grass, though. Greasy grass. I'll always remember that. The Battle of
Greasy Grass. Yeah, that's what the Indians,
Little Bighorn, is that right?
Indigenous American natives called the Battle of the Little Bighorn.
There's one. See, you remembered. I should give myself some more credit. Sorry, brain.
There you go. We're on to question number 5. We said it's true or false, which means, of course, I'll read out a statement, and if you agree with that statement, then you write down the entire word true. If you disagree, you write down the entire word false.
Okay.
Here's your statement. The song Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, from the musical film of the same name, all about the magical flying car, tenuous connection, won an Oscar for Best Original Song. True or false? The song Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, from the musical film of the same name, all about the magical flying car, won an Oscar for Best Original Song. True or false?
Oh, this is the kind of knowledge I wish I had. The really weirdly encyclopedic knowledge about Oscar history. The history
I have
of
their
Hollywood.
answer.
Because the history of Hollywood fascinates me. It's something I love about that thing. Just so meaningless and
it's
weirdly
meaningless and tawdry and fun.
And people care about it so much. It's basically, it's not that far removed from the magazines that do kind of, look at this person snapped on a beach, and like, hey, look at this person's new bikini. Do you know which magazines I mean? Like the weird celeb gossip magazines. And like Hollywood isn't that, people who are experts at that, it's not that far removed from it. But it's more art. It's art.
They do thrive on that, though. This is it. They thrive on the extremes, the art plus, that.
Yeah. So I've got to say, actually, sorry. Caring about Hollywood is caring about modern art, isn't it? Sorry.
I have their answer.
Yeah, I know, and I can't even really remember the question.
The song Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I shan't sing
the
it.
entire word false.
The entire word false.
Yeah.
It was nominated in 1968, but The Windmills of Your Mind from the Thomas Crown Affair actually won, so you're correct.
And I knew that. No, I did not know that.
Lucky guess time. Well, the Chatters luckily unguessed, or guessed unluckily, because they actually said it was true.
Ah.
It was nominated, but no. So you've gone into the lead, 3-2.
Was the child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Because that was one of the most terrifying piece of film ever. And
truly scrumptious. Yeah, I think so. I must admit, I'm going to say that I've never, starring Dick Van Dyke and all that, I've never actually seen the film.
Huh? I've seen it multiple times, so I don't know how you haven't.
I should have, because it was co-written. The screenplay was co-written by Roald Dahl.
Wonderful.
So it must have been okay, at least.
It was creepy. Of course it was co-written by Roald Dahl. Like the child catcher had a little van that he would go around with, and he would pretend to be selling sweets like this, sort of skulking through the neighborhood. And
sounding like the Tiger King.
And he would go, "Come, don't get me sounding like the Tiger King, because it will happen. Come inside. Wait, here you go. Question number 7. Get inside my van." And then you'll go inside the van, and then the doors come down, and there's just a lot of, tigers in there. That would be
so
the worst, wouldn't it?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, sort of crossed with the Unbreakable Kim Schmidt.
The Chitty Chitty Tiger King. The Unbreakable Chitty Tiger King.
Yeah, that'll do. I put it together. We can go to Hollywood with it. It's tawdry enough. I'm sure they'd like it. Yeah.
I'm out.
Netflix maybe.
Hey, it's more of an ITV production.
Okay. Hey, let's not. Sacred things like Coronation Street we shall not discuss. Okay, here we go. It's question number 6. Halfway stage, you're ahead 3-2. Question number 6. In Greek mythology, what was the name of the pure white winged horse? A divine winged horse.
Go on.
I think caught by Bellerophon.
I can see the cogs turning.
Father was Poseidon, I think, sired by Poseidon. Anyway, yes. Okay, I have their answer.
Pegasus.
Pegasus is absolutely correct, yes. And the Chatter's got it as well. So, it remains a 1 point deficit for them. It's 4-3 to you.
which is unbelievable so far. But this might be
Question
my
number
second
7.
win in a week.
Four more questions to see if they can redress the balance. Number 7. Number 7. I'd like you to name, please, the express passenger train service that's operated between Edinburgh and London via the East Coast Main Line since 1862, although the name wasn't officially adopted until 1924. Remember, we're about flying and flying things.
Let me just go down into my... Just lying down here because I know this answer. I'm just going to quickly plank.
I have their answer. The express passenger train service, it's operated between Edinburgh and London via the East Coast Main Line since 1862, although the name wasn't officially adopted until 1924.
Felt really good.
What's it called? Wherever you are, yes.
The flying... Is it the Flying Dutchman?
The Flying Dutchman.
That's the name of... What? Don't laugh
in the immortal words of whoever it is who does Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, is that your final answer?
So, my friend James Wilson, name drop like he's a famous person. He's actually the name of a character from the TV show House. It's called James Wilson, so it's him. Me and the character from House, we play Ticket to Ride every now and again, and the name that he's used online is the Flying Bingleyman, because he's from Bingley, or he lives in Bingley. Why am I giving his details out? Everyone, Google James Wilson. And he's gone for Flying Bingleyman, and I think it's flying... It's the Flying something, and I can't... But the Flying Dutchman, I think, is a boat. But anyway, Flying Dutchman, I don't care. Let's go for that.
Well, if it was between... possibly Holland and London, but it's between Edinburgh and London. It's the Flying Scotsman.
Oh, is it? Oh no!
Yeah. We're staying, between Scotland and England on this one.
Yeah, I did think, why would it be called Dutchman?
The scores are now drawn again. The Cheddars have caught up with you. It is 4 points.
So what is the Flying Dutchman then? That is a thing.
Again, you're talking ship. You're talking. It's been a sporting nickname, all sorts of things.
The Flying Dutchman is a legendary ghost ship that can never make port and is doomed to sail the oceans forever. Yeah. And in the Efteling, which is...
Always between Edinburgh and London, yeah.
Yeah, and in the Efteling... I'm reading what you're saying now, by the way. I'm reading what you're saying now, WNL. Honey Thief. I can see this. It's very rude. No, I'm joking. Anyway, at the Efteling... which is the theme park in the Netherlands. They have the Flying Dutchman, and it's a wonderful older roller coaster.
Well, you should get them to add the Flying Scotsman as well.
Well, I feel a fool.
Honey Thief wants to know if I did something to you as a child. History of head trauma.
You only threw me down the stairs once.
Hallucinogenic abuse. You're right. I didn't throw you downstairs, but you did tumble downstairs.
Yeah.
And if you recall, we then took you immediately to the hospital.
I don't.
You don't? You don't recall?
Very, very young.
That was the head trauma. I do remember that I accidentally spilled my snooker cue out onto the gravel of the road, and it still bears the marks. So you probably have some as well.
I see. So you remember your snooker cue going down, but you're not sure if I've got any marks on me. There's also the time when you dangled me by my arms and my arms came out of the sockets. Do you remember that one?
No, I didn't dangle you. You were too young. You were rushing down a hill, getting ready to run into a river.
Yeah.
And I stopped you and said, stay with me. And you twisted and turned to get away and pulled your shoulder out of the socket. Luckily, there was a hospital literally within about 300 yards away on the other side of the hill. And we went right in. The doctor popped it right back in and said, keep him away from that river. Otherwise, he'll drown.
Okay.
That's the true story, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Just to be clear to everybody watching this, there is absolutely no abuse, physical or mental, that happened within this household.
Yeah. Other than that, which is occurring at present. Yeah.
Ugh. Question number 8? 7?
Okay, yes, here we go. Question number 8. It's 4 points apiece so far. Nicely drawn. 3 questions to go. Question number 8. Listen carefully. Bit of a multiple guess. So I'll give you the correct answer, but a couple of wrong ones. So be careful. According to folklore, if a woman sees a robin flying overhead on Valentine's Day, tenuous link, it means she will marry who? Is it a sailor, a rich man, or her true love? According to folklore, if a woman sees a robin flying overhead on Valentine's Day, it means she will marry. Is it
specifically a woman,
sailor, a rich man, or her true love?
The three things.
We're assuming that yes, it can't be a rich sailor who is
a true love. But also, I love the idea that those are the 2 things that women really care about. Oh, I hope I get to marry a sailor or a rich man because I am a woman and this is my place in the world. When was this? Like 1600s?
Well,
strange.
Folklore does tend to date back usually, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Now we call them urban myths. But yeah, so
Fake
call
news.
it what you will. What's your answer? I have theirs.
Fake news. I think it's going to be true love. Robins are cute.
True love. Yeah, no, I won't do that. But they went for true love as well.
Great.
Sadly, it's a sailor.
Well,
yeah.
The romantics. I'm glad that we're all equally as romantic as one another. But as always, romance has blinded us. And we have failed.
And the droppings from the robin, yes, overhead. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, so watch out on February. You've got some time to wait, February 14th.
Way off, yeah.
But yeah, watch out. It could be sailor time. Yeah.
Could be sailor time.
Both of you got it. Both you and the chatters incorrect. So the scores remain 4 points apiece, all drawn up with 2 to go. Exciting times here. Question number 9. Next to last question in today's quiz, penultimate question, is it true or false? Okay, so I'm going to ask you, I'm going to make a statement, and if you agree with it, write down that entire word true. You disagree, the entire word false. Here's your statement. What we now call a butterfly was originally called the flutterby.
No. I mean...
True or false? What we now call a butterfly was originally called the flutterby.
As much as it's fun.
True or false?
The entire
I have their answer.
The entire word false.
We had a mixture of trues and false on their side, and in the end, 2 out of the first 3 were true. They went for true. Can I say that the word butterfly actually does date back to around 700 AD? Oxford English Dictionary then offers citations from the year 1000 when butterfliog was appearing.
Hey.
Habit. Yeah. So yes, it is manifestly false. People like Swift. I think Jonathan Swift came up with dictionary definitions and tried to be cutesy by inverting words, and they said butterfly is that so called because it flutters. Anyway, to cut a long story short, you're correct, and the chatters are now 1 behind.
Oh,
5 points to 4. A lot of people do think it was the flutterby. No,
it's cute. No. It's a cute word.
It's and you would want it to be true.
Yeah.
But manifestly false. Back to 700. The butterfliog. Okay. Question number 10. A chance for the chatters to catch up with you, or a chance for you to actually solidify a win. Is your heart going, Edward? Would you like to check your pulse rate and your blood pressure?
I'm all right. I'm pretty certain that it just kind of it's last minute. Somehow they'll win. There'll be 2 points in this last question or something.
Here we go. Last question. And guess what? It's a multiple guess. So, again, you're going to have the right answer and a couple of wrong ones. Listen very carefully. All about flying and flying things. Number 10. Lansdowne Airport. Lansdowne. Lansdowne Airport. Code LDW. I want to know, is it to be found in Australia, Ireland, or Scotland? Lansdowne Airport. LDW, Lansdowne. Is it to be found in Australia, Ireland, or Scotland? They're thinking. I like the honesty of Alien. The entire word, no idea.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
But I do have their answer.
The entire word. Oh wait, no, that wasn't part of this one.
No. It's either
Scotland.
Australia, Ireland, or Scotland.
I'm going to go for Scotland.
You're going for Scotland.
Wow.
I can tell you there is a Lansdowne airport of the same name in Ohio, my home state near Youngstown, but it has no IATA code. So that's why I was very careful. There's several Lansdownes, but LDW actually refers to an airport in Australia.
That was going to be my second choice.
Well, it was the chatter's first choice, so today's an honourable draw.
Hey,
5 points
we love
apiece.
it. I love an honourable draw.
Well done, everybody.
It's my favourite thing. And as I've mentioned before, unfortunately, I do have to nip away to go and do some life work, meetings, things. So thank you so much for everyone for joining today. As always, WNL, did you enjoy yourself today?
Immensely.
Me too. I hope everybody else enjoyed it too. A nice, quick, super sharp one. But very quickly, of course, we must finish looking at some beautiful pictures of nature. Oh, here we have Ben's picture from yesterday. But let's have a look at some pictures I've been sent by Dirgil. And everyone make sure to take a look at these. But look at these beautiful birds of prey sent in. Must have taken pictures themselves. Dirgil, if you want to leave a comment in the chat there, as we can see, look at that thing. And they took those pictures yourself, right? Nice, says Dirgil, or Dirgel. I think it's Dirgel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, I'm very impressed by this wonderful photography, and make sure everybody takes a moment now because we are being rushed a little bit, and I'm very, very sorry about that. But remember to take a breath. And then you may continue on with your days. But have a great day, and we'll see you hopefully midday tomorrow, around about this time, for Thursday already. Thursday. How did we get there already? All right. See you next time, and thanks again, Jack Little. Yes, and it's okay to be K. It's okay to be kind, everybody. And see you tomorrow. Bye.